ricocheted back off Ellie Todd over the goal line.
Stay still.
And we're in the dying stages here at Oakden. The ball off Vogelsing is going to go out for a throw, which Signoriello will take. Oh, the header by Quinn has gone back towards the Burks goal, but Robertson will get the free there. Burks coach Chris Goddard still urging players forward. Signoriello on the move up the attacking right for City. It's only going to find Tuvey though. Wants to get a quick long upfield. Only found Atkins though. Robertson. Chappell. Finds Davison. Will that break kindly for Applin? Brings it inboard. Applin! It was Williams with the shot in the end. And it's probably as close as Burks have got in this second half. So we've now played 85 minutes on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard for all your indoor and outdoor LED solutions. And the points are safe for the home side. And it's a real turnaround. It wasn't just that they lost badly last week, but City's pre-season form was also not very good. Just got the one win in the 4 pre-season games, and that was over Campbelltown, who have started in a way that suggests that their first season back in the WNPL could be a real struggle. City free kick. Signoriello, who's had a good game, making her starting debut for LSC, is actually going to leave it for Gray. Juma. Good challenge by Robertson, but Juma gets it back to Forbes. Now, here's an opportunity on the attacking right for Todd, but the flag's gone up. It's offside. City going to make more changes. Probably a good time to announce the power player of the match. And very much from the get-go, the Adelaide City player wearing the armband tonight and captaining the team, Valeria Forbes, has been absolutely central to her side's win. The power player of the match, proudly supported by SA Power Networks, is Valeria Forbes. Scored the opening goal. Has just been involved in everything from the centre of midfield for the home side. Chappell sends it long towards where Applin is. This might break for Reardon. Reardon facing Apasu, who's just come on. Apasu wins it, but it's out for a throw for Burks. Bilardo. Apasu's ball only gets as far as Cozens, but now City can move through Forbes again. Wants to clip it forward for Juma. Robertson was there. It's a Burks ball. Here's Applin. Sorry, it's Bilardo. But it's been taken off Bilardo by Gray. Francis. Trying to get it forward there was Todd. Robertson was in the way. Williams, Chappell. Vogelsang on the chase. Should be able to keep that in. Vogelsang does well. Can they get the ball in through Williams, who wants to have a crack maybe? Intercepted. And City's going to find Juma as the outlet again. Juma, 3 Burks players in defence, wants to accelerate past Robertson, won't manage then. Cleared by Tuvey, won by Atkins. Falls to Williams. Here goes Vogelsang. Davison into the middle now. If they can find the right ball. Still Vogelsang. Still Vogelsang! Great goal! That is a tremendous goal from Leonard Vogelsang. Well, it might be too little too late, but Burks are on the board.
Goal scored to West Torrens Birkalla, number 27, Leonard Vogelsang.
Well, that's 2 in 2 games for the German forward. And how Burks must be pleased to have brought her over from Adelaide Uni in the off-season. And now there's trouble at the other end for Burks though. And it looks like they've conceded a corner. They have. Which gives City a bit of chance to kill time. We are about to go into stoppage time. There will probably be at least 4 or so minutes, you would think. And City can slow it down. They're unlikely to be pegged back, but I'm sure the City players won't take any chances. They've only got 2 in the penalty area for this corner. There's more players, much more outside the box for both teams than in, and not surprisingly, Robertson gets it away, and Davison helps it forward. And if Burks could score from this attack, well, we would get a grandstand finish indeed. Long ball forward towards Applin. It's cut out. City will win the throw. Juma had a good game. And of course, capped it off with a goal. That's a really good ball for Forbes. Forbes now, chance 1-on-1 with the keeper, brings it in board. Maybe just went a bit too long there, Francis. That's really, really good defending. Forward by Chappell, but Ipasu was in the way. Macaulay's ball forward.
We all play the same game. The battlefield may look different, but between those painted lines, the feeling each of us get alongside our tribe. Let the moment sink in, then let it rip. The runs out wide, last-ditch efforts and clean sheets. The tap-in or rocket to the top bins. The eruption of the 12th player that sends shivers down your spine. It's in the way we celebrate, because football is everyone's game. Play football.
Puts in the penalty and wins the grand final for Campbelltown City.
coats on. Some fit better than others, but that doesn't matter too much, I don't think, David.
Oh dear, yes.
Yours fits lovely, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Actually, it's a go at yourself more than anybody else there, isn't it? Yeah.
I would never do that to you, David.
No, I know. You're too kind. No, I mean, this is, what are we in? The 4th week now, and this is the first time that we've had to put jumpers on. We've had some lovely weather up to this point. In fact, games at this weekend were shuffled around due to the heat wave that we had, so that seems a distant memory, although Saturday was only 2 days ago when it was 40-odd degrees. So, but here we are, chilly night.
Very chilly. Very, very chilly. Very excited to be a part of this one, though.
Bit breezy too, isn't it?
Both sides going through to the coin toss. This game looking more like it'll kick off at 8:30 rather than the 8:15 scheduled kickoff.
Yeah, a little bit of a delay to the start. I mean, the women's game ran a little bit late, and I'm not sure what the delay is now, but change of clothing there for Tyrese Conway as the breeze picks up.
David, what can you think we should expect from this match tonight?
Well, I never get this right, so...
That's why you predict, that's the fun of it.
That's the fun of it.
So if you do get it right, you look like a hero. If you get it wrong, then...
Well,
you know?
West Torrens Birkalla have been, as we mentioned before, they've been playing in games where there have been lots of goals for them and against them. Can they prize open this Adelaide City defence? And can Adelaide City rob Birkalla of a couple of goals as well? I don't know. I think it might be quite high scoring, but I'm not sure why I think that.
High scoring. You may be
I'll go for a
3-3.
3-3, yeah, why not?
Of course, Adelaide Comets versus Croydon also kicking off across town over at the brand new Ellis Park, which has very much been used and provided some great moments so far for both their men's and women's sides. But we're here tonight at Adelaide City Park. Double header for both of these sides. Adelaide City coming out with a 3-1 win against West Torrens Birkalla. Much better this week around compared to week 1 where they only lost to Adelaide Uni, surprisingly, WNPL.
Yep. A little bit of maintenance work needing done in the nets.
This game's already been quite chaotic for us, for the players.
I've got to be in bed by 11 o'clock.
Yes, this is already feling pretty. I don't know. I can't think of the word. We're pretty loose tonight, I think. We're going to have some fun.
If I had to make a confession to you, it's that I actually missed what the question was. That's why you got the blank. That's why you got the blank.
Question was. Oh, we'll get to it after. We're about to get underway. Finally, Yuki Kitano to kick us off. Referee in the middle, Curtis Wordsworth, assisted by Dion Turner and Mon Bahadur Kardker as we get underway here at Adelaide City Park. Adelaide City in their black and white kit. West Torrens Birkalla in their yellow and black kit, both striped, both traditional home kits for these two sides as well. Love to see it.
I do too. There's too many fancy ones out there. Get back to basics here. Great colours as well. I think the yellow and the black always looks good, and so does black and white for that matter.
Trying to make some early inroads forward, West Torrens Birkalla, just trying to press from the front. Goes down there, no foul, says the referee, and goes forward is Yuki Kitano. Has options to his left and right, decides to go central within himself. Passes it to Binyam Kabidi. Gets into the box, tries to take on one, has an option, cuts it in. And cleared away in the end by Johnny Dorigo. George Blackwood trying to hold up the ball, playing it wide. Couldn't be touched well enough, and already trying to get forward again on that far left side. Ball comes in. Taken to the byline. Cut back, looking for Kabidi. Just a bit too much on it, and Conway can't get to it either. Electric start, David.
It was indeed. Look, nice piece of defending there by Lewis Kylo. Showed no fear or intimidation as he faced George Blackwood there in an early exchange between the two.
Throw in for Birkalla. on this close side. Goes long, looking for George Blackwood. Just having to take on Nicholas Francese. Blackwood against Kabidi. Didn't win out that time around. Lynch. Across his back line. Kilo. Back to Lynch. Those two playing it between themselves for the time being. Looking to go forward now. Catano. Francese putting a ball into the box, looking for Brissan, but headed away cleanly enough by Rhys Jurjevic. Throw in. Francese looks for Bucco. Back to Francese. Heading back to Lewis Kilo. Now with John Hall in goal. Their new recruit since losing Dakota Oxenham to what they thought was Europe until he came back for FK Beograd. This one should be taken care of easily enough. Cleared in the direction of our stand here. And out for an Adelaide City throw.
And Adelaide City eager to get restarted. There's an urgency about them tonight. These opening minutes, you can see they're keen to get going. Lewis Kylo now plays across the back to Lynch.
Fergus Lynch with the ball now, formerly of the Adelaide United youth side. Kilo looking long, headed away by Jojovic. Ball wide now. Just assessing his options. Goes back. Bucco. This fixture, which is quite historic in the First Division here in South Australia. First ever meeting between these two sides was back in 1946, where at the time it was Birkalla Rovers against Juventus. 6-0 winners were Birkalla on that day.
So that would have been, that would have been before they merged with West Torrens?
I think so, yes.
Yeah.
Funnily enough,
that must have been one of Adelaide City's first games.
I reckon I was trying to look back at the records, and I think it was definitely one of the oldest games recorded, or at least found, that I could see with my own naked eyes. But even looking at it as well, their biggest ever win and their biggest ever loss was against West Torrens West Torrens / Birkalla sides. We see City trying to put a ball in, head away by Matsumoto, taken care of by Alan Welsh, and Birkalla back with the ball in their possession. Looking forward, Blackwood couldn't make the run, also had the option of Tyrese Conway. Bucco looking for the ball cross field, should be captured well enough by Nicholas Harpus and might just slow the game down ever so slightly. Just to finish off my point as well, yeah, Adelaide City's biggest ever wins and biggest ever losses came against Birkalla / West Torrens side. Biggest ever win was 11-0 versus Birkalla Rovers in 1957, and the biggest ever loss was an 8-1 loss versus West Torrens in 1947.
Right. Well, you've done your reading this week, haven't you?
I know, right? I'm quite proud of myself for that one.
Strictly speaking, and maybe even legally speaking, if it's prior to the merge of the two clubs, you could potentially argue that that wasn't the West Torrens Birkalla club that we know now.
But it's a fragment, I think. It's still classified as a fragment of club. They're clubs that still encompass
a parent club, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to offend people, but I mean, I think once you go
I might
through
have offended people already by saying my stats wrong, so you know it might be one of us.
True. If you go through a merge or an amalgamation, generally it's a new entity and therefore a new club. So,
sure.
But yeah, no. Where did you read all that? You've been busy this week. You've been on Trove, haven't you?
That's what happens when you've got spare time, as we see a foul on that far side. Just being sorted out by Curtis Wordsworth. We end up with just a throw, nothing more. despite claims of a free kick and a foul. Throw it on the far side. Free kick, taken quickly and short. Christophilos looking long, wide right. Should get the ball to Zach Becker. Right at the corner flag. Is a little bit tight in court. Really has to make his way out of that. Gets it to Johnny Dorigo. Birkalla happy to play these tight balls. Ball comes into the box. John Hall should capture and does so easily. Lewis Kilo. Karacha. Back to Hall. Played short to Catano, didn't reach him though. Christophilos putting in a sliding challenge and Tyrese Conway just pushing off Franchese. Gets to Blackwood and goes out of play off his chest. Finds the option long. Headed on by Lukornu. Then passed back by Jojovic to Harpus. And free kick just after halfway, despite complaints from the West Torrens Birkalla bench, David.
Yeah, I felt maybe they were a little hard done by there. I mean, the ball did bounce up in towards the body. He didn't have any arms out, and I guess they were appealing that, you know, that it struck the body in the centre. But look, a great start to this game. It's been entertaining, hasn't it? It's very fast. And I think, you know, I said before, Adelaide City had come out looking very fast and playing with a sense of urgency, I think was what I said. And West Torrens Birkalla are now sort of matching them now that they've settled in. Well, a few minutes in, right enough, but it's a good open, fast-flowing game so far. I'm just trying to work out what the formations are.
I think the game has been that dynamic and quick so far. It's probably been a hard thing to try and work out as we see Birkalla try and get forward through Zach Becker on that right wing, trying to get past one, making his way into the box. Again, just keeping the ball within himself, unable to find an option until he has a member flooding in behind, but just couldn't keep it within. Adelaide City now, Bressan. Trying to look for the 1-2 forward, but just goes back in possession of Birkalla. Continue on, David. You forgot, haven't you?
Yeah, I forgot again.
Formations, what are we talking about?
Yeah,
it's been quick and you haven't been able to figure it out.
Yeah, I've been trying to work out what their formations are, but I mean, these first 5-10 minutes or so have just been so frantic and so frenetic that it's been quite hard to just keep up with it. Karacha seems to be moving. I mean, he seems to be box to box. He's dropped deep just now. Was up behind the strikers earlier on. The City come away with it now.
City looking to go forward, but again intercepted by West Torrens Birkalla. Getting forward again, needs an option over the top. This might be a chip in the back of the net. And it's a goal for Johnny Dorigo. 10 minutes in.
What an opener. West Torrens Birkalla now 1-0 up. This game's been going at 100 miles an hour. We haven't had a chance to settle yet, and neither have Adelaide City. They're 1-0 down. Great finish by Dorigo. Little chip over the top of John Hall as he came out. But Adelaide City very exposed at the back. 1-0 down. And now discussion amongst the ranks as to what went wrong there and how to prevent it happening again. Nicholas Bucco cuts a frustrated looking figure as he talks to his two centre backs.
11th minute goal for West Torrens Birkalla. What they'll want in this point of time, they want to prevent this streak of having 3-3 draws and once and for all get 3 points. And a good start against a strong Adelaide City side this year. They'll still look to get forward though. Bressan on the far side, putting in a through ball behind. Ball comes into the box, needs some kind of option. Nicholas Bucco is there, although the ball however much overhit. Bucco himself just overcooking that one.
Yeah, a bit heavy with the cross to the back post and it's gone out. But City looking to try and get something back quickly after going 1-0 down to the Dorigo goal in the 10th minute.
Yeah. Well, I think it's at 11th minute, but, you know, one of the two.
You'll let me off of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, good on you.
Play will restart with a goal kick for Birkalla. Again, this game just being played at a frenetic pace. Hard to keep up with at times.
It has. This opening 12 minutes has been astounding in terms of the pace and so on. It's just been 100 miles an hour.
0-0 still over between Comets and Croydon. That one 20 minutes in, a bit more further along than that one due to the slight delay here at City Park. That one an interesting game in itself, I think.
Absolutely, that's an important game for Comets. Well, it's an important game for both sides, but Comets, if they're going to keep up pace with the Metro Stars, who are, you know, looking very good. We watched them last night, and they look superb. Some passing football game they were playing last night against Croatia Raiders.
Ball comes into the box, headed goalwards. John Hall should be able to capture, despite pressure. Perhaps was looking to go quick, but just delayed himself from doing so. You can hear the wind starting to come through. A wild and windy night here at Oakton.
At least it's not raining. We've had a few of them.
Don't say that. Don't you dare say that. Me, you, here at Adelaide City Park in the rain tends to go hand in hand. So I would like an experience where we're dry coming out the end of it. Conway. Ball looking forward for Blackwood. Good touchdown. Looking for Conway again. Some lovely footwork there from Blackwood, and Conway just getting dispossessed. Ball going long. Unable to get it all the way though. Alan Welsh intercepting. Fergus Lynch looking forward for perhaps Brissan, but ball just slightly adrift of him. Harpers. And Argento. Now Becker takes it past one. Looks for the wide ball. They've won a free kick though.
Yeah, a little trip, I think, by Oliver Western there as Andy Janto was going through. Referee's called it back. It's a free kick. 30-odd yards out, but difficult angle because it's out the right-hand side towards the corner of the penalty box. So
good free kick area for Birkalla though. Probably an area where you can perhaps look to go direct.
And they've got some tall timber in the middle there, don't they? And when you look at Alan Walsh and Blackwood and so on, there's some tall guys in there. So let's see what they've got in the air.
Ball comes into the box and it's over the bar.
Give them the benefit of the doubt and say that was wind assisted, eh? Chris Christopoulos there with the free kick, and Adelaide City have us back underway on the far side.
Ball over the top. Looking wide. Conway unable to take it past. Advantage play. And that interception very pleasing. The Birkalla bench.
Francesi with the throw.
Looking forward. Again, unable to just keep the ball. Kabidi. And another throw. Francesi on it. Might look to go long. Go short instead, proving me wrong.
Yeah.
Trying to look for Paddy Caraccia. Again, just the ball lacking and Dorigo getting in the way. City with another throw. Francesi puts a cross in on the left foot, needs a header. Instead falls directly to Harpus. Adelaide City yet to really make an inroad so far, David.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't really tested Nicholas Harpus in the West Orange Birkalla goal yet. But they started well. I mean, I think Adelaide City started well that first 5-10 minutes, but that Birkalla goal, once they settled, has thrown.
Ball over the top. It's a lovely one. John Hall getting his body in the way. Very brave from him. Ball just bouncing around. And a foul given. Jonathan Dorigo doing very well there, I must say. But the ball just bouncing around in the box of City, not what they want.
No, it was uncontrolled, wasn't it? And when it gets like that, it's a gamble.
Rising high for the header is Matsumoto. It's an elbow there, a little bit dangerous. Just a free kick though. And again, another decent position for West Torrens Birkalla. Christophilos over it.
Same spot as last time though, isn't it? Will we do something different? We hope so. Because last time he went over the bar, didn't he? But again, there's some tall players in the middle there when you look at Blackwood and Welsh and so on.
Can Christophilos do something better this time around? Looking to go direct. And again, just more goalwards this time, but just too easy for John Hall, really.
Yeah, just they don't seem to want to try the aerial threat that they looked like they might have, but that was low. Awkward bounce, but taken well by John Hall as it bounced right in front of him. A difficult one for goalkeepers, that.
Foul over there, and a free kick for Adelaide City. Foul there again. Referee just delaying for treatment, or however long he needs to return back to play. Nathan DeGento, one of the Comets contingent to join West Torrens Birkalla this season. Here's Dorigo trying to go for a strike. Does well there. Takes it past, and then again, brilliantly done by Jonathan Dorigo. He's been everywhere tonight. Ball through, looking for Conway, bouncing about, unable to attach to a yellow shirt. City's turn. Kabidi just trying to maneuver his way past. Still has Alan Welsh on him, and Welsh will be able to clean that one up easily enough. Blackwood with the chest down, nothing too clear. And City regaining possession. Kilo. Back to John Hall. Birkalla very much in the ascendancy, and it's really all due to Johnny Dorigo so far.
He certainly has been a real threat up front. Got that goal, of course, in the 11th minute.
Ball over the top. Here's Catano. Might look for the strike. Oh my! Yuki Catano making the equalizer. 1-1 here at Adelaide City Park.
Have we got a game in our hands or what, Seb?
I almost didn't expect for him to go from the strike for that angle, David.
No. I'm still trying to work out what the formations are. It's just been 100 miles an hour here, 20 minutes in. Look at that for a strike. Oh, and the replay.
It's a tight angle. It's such a tight angle for him to hit it, and bravo to him. 1-1 though, 20 minutes in.
A gap there that opened up in that Birkalla defence. Just allow him to get through and get his shot in.
Yuki Catano's first goal on Adelaide City shirt, joining from NPL New South Wales champions Marconi Stallions, another Italian club.
Yeah, I remember for the old NSL days.
NSL, wow. Yeah. Before I was even born, David.
Yes. Don't remind me. No, I do. I remember going to see Marconi when they came to...
Probably play against Adelaide City.
They would have at the old Hindmarsh. Well, it's still there.
No, the old Hindmarch, the modern Hindmarch, I think is the right way to put it.
Yeah.
Same way, you know, there was an old you, now this is the modern you.
This is the modern you. David 2.0.
Adelaide City back in possession. One all, just about halfway through the first half, and the electric start we've had to this match has proven itself to us.
This is the first time they've stopped moving, these guys, for throwing.
Bucco fouled there and winning a free kick.
He was clever there, wasn't he? Used the body well. Felt the knock, went to ground, won the free kick. And a good spot too for Adelaide City here.
And it will be Nick Bucco over the free kick, as you'd probably expect by now, after the many years he's been on set pieces. I wouldn't be one to argue to take him off most of the time.
No.
Here is Nicholas Bucco. Decent ball in, headed away though. Adelaide City with 4 back. Dorigo.
Oh,
good chip over the top.
Wonderful.
Tyrese Conway getting on the end of it. Playing forward. Becker. Should be able to keep it in play, though. Not many options in the box for West Torrens Birkalla as yet. Now they're starting to float in. Conway trying to find the angle. Conway again. Got the strike off, but it was intercepted. Brissan now back with the ball. Playing it forward. Has options. Opts to try and keep it so he can get numbers forward for his side. Bucco. Playing a ball through. Matsumoto has to try and clean up. And wins a foul in the process.
Again, 100 miles an hour, isn't it? It's hard to keep up.
Definitely keeps you warm in what is this cold and windy night. I think it's about, what does it say? 17.4 to be exact right here. Which, I mean, for you back in Scotland would be summer weather normally.
I haven't been there for years though, man. Truth.
Start doing commentary in an Aussie accent just to prove it.
I couldn't.
It's good, I've heard it before, it's a good accent.
Yeah, I get it. Well, my mother was Australian, so that's where I get it from, but we have a wee an incident on the far side. I'll tell you what, Curtis Wordsworth, the referee's had a great game tonight so far. Really dealt with these little flashpoints very well. Got it all under control. You can see, speaking regularly to his assistants on either side.
Probably one of the best we have here in South Australia as well.
I think so, yeah. And a nice guy to boot.
All of that ends with a throw-in. Friendly conversations being had between the linesman and the coaching staff of West Torrens Birkalla. Free kick though. Launched in long. Only finds an Adelaide City head. Catano trying to put the ball down. Kabidi just putting forward. Does well. Catano, a lovely little flick pass.
Beautiful.
Has a bit of space to run into though. Goes in for the sliding challenge. Completely legal. And then another great one from Adam Lecornu. Oh.
This is great.
Adelaide City back with it now. Just past the halfway mark of this first half. Looking long. Heads it upwards. Brissan needs to keep it in play. Can't do so momentarily. And then goes out for an Adelaide City throw. Francese will take. Looks for Kabidi. Has Catano as an option, but dispossessed by Adam Lecornu. Looks for Blackwood. Gets the touchdown. Him versus Bucco.
Bucco gets the better of that one, doesn't he? The ball's fed out to Karachia.
Pillow. Crouch up. To Lynch. Might look to go long. Goes low, though. Catano trying to flick it on. Still with the ball, though. Kabidi gets the ball down in the box. Kabidi still trying to win the ball. And taking care of those. City back in possession, though. Catano. Looking wide. Does well. Putting a ball in. Back post headed away by Christophilos. Conway loses out the ball but keeps it for his side through Nathan Andagento. High pass. Poor ball directly to Francese. Has options. Goes central. And I don't think that was the right idea from Daniel Bressan. City still keep it though. Crutcher goes back. Even further now to Lewis Kilo. Lynch. Bressan going back out wide to his left. Oliver Weston now. Just pressing there. Nathan Andagento. These players getting no breathing room from each other at this time.
No, not at all. It's constant, isn't it? When was the last time the ball went out of play? Mind you, that pass was a bit wayward by Nicholas Francese, wasn't it?
And only that now. Probably slows down the play ever so slightly, though.
Gives us a chance to have a breather, though, doesn't it?
Lynch goes back to John Hall. Back from Dandenong City. Joining Adelaide City this season. Very good pick up and goal for them. Mola Tanzio swapped out to this side for the time being. Francese just being hassled by Conway. Christophilos getting in the way of that ball, but it's a poor one. Might just need the square. Gets it in over the bar. There won't be many easier chances. Well, City with a clear-cut opportunity to get a goal up. Just unable to get it on target.
No, nice little break down to the byline. Ball's cut back across and just a little bit off balance. Probably leant back a little bit and put the shot over the top. But I couldn't tell you who's going to score the next goal. There will be another goal, I'll tell you that. But I don't know who's going to get it.
That ball just booted long. Matsumoto will opt to keep it in play, though. Perhaps a little bit risky, and I think Jovic seeing that risk and just clearing it out of play. Half an hour. An active night here at Adelaide City Park. Got food and drink vans open. Plenty of people here as well as a part of the double header for both these sides, and it's good it's both of the City women's and the City Birkalla side as well, that the women's Birkalla side I should say as well, playing as well, so the clubs are able to stay in the one place and support each other.
Yeah, and a good crowd out for that earlier game as well. The women have hung around over there behind the goal, and nice community feeling, I think, as we came through the gates tonight.
Monday night game as well, normally never too easy for everyone to come to or want to come to, just due to the work people have to go to and just sort of wanted to stay home, but good to see that people have come out. And a good win for the City women as well in the WNPL before this one as well, 3-1 over Torrens Birkalla.
Good fun to build up as well, and from the week before, Adelaide City obviously had that upsetting.
Ball comes into the box, needing to be dealt with. Matsumoto.
Upset and lost to Adelaide Uni in round one, which was something we didn't expect.
John Hall. Again, just looking to go along. Matsumoto winning the header. Blackwood dropping just slightly deep to try and win the ball. Flicked on. Good ball. Dorigo looking wide for Conway. And David, I think you've spotted something.
Well, yeah, I mean, it looks like West Torrens Birkalla are preparing a substitute already. Cohen Morris was warming up, was recalled back to get stripped and ready to go on, but we do have a hold up just now, and I think this is an unrelated injury. But yeah, Cohen Morris looks like he's preparing to come on.
Might be able to see him now. Ditching the jacket.
What is this? Is this a? I mean, I haven't seen. He was recalled back from his warm-up place before the player went down, so I'm not sure who would be coming off. But it's nice that we've stopped for a moment because it's just been 100 miles an hour, isn't it? 32 minutes in here to this in this RA NPL match between Adelaide City and West Torrens Birkalla, and gosh, it hasn't stopped. 1-1. A goal in the 11th minute for West Torrens Birkalla from Jonathan Dorigo. A lovely little chip over John Hall, although John Hall probably wouldn't see it that way. And then an equalizer.
I think they will make.
Not actually sure who's coming off. Oh.
Substitutions for West Torrens Birkalla coming off. Number 2, Adam
LeCornu.
Yeah, so it must be an injury. LeCornu does look like he's limping as he's come off, but interestingly enough, I didn't notice that he was injured when Morris was recalled back from his warm-up place. So,
Forced substitution for West Torrens Birkalla. Not normally ideal for most managers, but Birkalla at least not looking too bad tonight. You wouldn't think they'd suffer too much from having to force a change. Francese fighting against Conway. Francese still with the ball, goes all the way back to Fergus Lynch. Trying to win the ball there is Conway, but I think just falling over at the crucial moment as the ball comes forward here. It's decent for Laurie Latanzio. Just trying to hold up the ball for himself, needs a hit. And I think there just wasn't enough on that pass. City still with it though. Francese gets the touchdown. Pushed off, but fairly enough. And that one, a bit less so.
that comes from frustration there. I think Tyrese Conway just felt maybe a little bit frustrated as he reached out and grabbed Catano and took him to ground. But City win a free kick on this near side. And guess who's going to step up and take this?
You?
No.
Ah, Nicholas Bucco, of course.
The Reverend Bucco.
A few options in the box for Adelaide City. And Nick Bucco to try and aim for. Goes central. Oh, it bounces about though. I think the ball just finding a patch where I was able to bounce about a little bit and almost struck a few players there. City though, still with it here. Catano. Brissan on the edge of the box. Looks to try it himself.
Oof, just give the bar that.
Great opportunity for Adelaide City there.
15 centimetres lower, and that might have been under the come off the underside of the bar and gone in. So
Harpus will go long. The ball bouncing directly back. Header one, and then again. Flick on, not caught though there by Laurie Latanzio. Goes wide. Latanzio going back. Weston, back to Latanzio. Conway unable to try and get on into that one. Half time over at Ellis Park between Adelaide Comets and Croydon FC. That one looked at 0-0 as it stands at the break. Still got just under 10 minutes left here though. And DeJanto. Welsh. Ball comes into the box, looking for the back post. Header was one. Blackwood now wins a corner. His strike deflected.
Yeah, big deflection to take it over the bar in a corner for Adelaide City on the far side. Nice build-up by West Torrens Birkalla down that left-hand side, and the ball into the middle, aiming for Blackwood. He brought it down after not quite making contact with the head. Struck it with the foot, deflected, and corner.
Corner in swinging at the back post, needs a header, and then another at the back post, headed off the line, in fact.
Yeah, young Lewis Kylo, I think, is the player that's got his head onto that to stop it from going in and preserving the status quo.
Another corner, similar kind of delivery, only punched away by John Hall, I think, this time. And City, the beneficiaries, they get forward now. Switches it long. Good ball to Laurie Latanzio. Perhaps the touch, not what he wanted, but City still with it. Brissan out wide now. Latanzio loses the ball.
Great play by Adelaide City, though. Karachi's ball into the middle there was superb, wasn't it? They've lost the momentum and they've lost possession now. Here come West Torrens Birkalla.
And DeJanto. And a foul there, just a late challenge. Probably just hear the wind coming in ever so slightly. Sure, for the players, they won't mind these conditions after almost having to play in 35, nearly 40 degree heat.
Yeah.
Good turn there by Kabidi and wins the foul out of it. Free kick for City.
Yeah, well played by Kabidi, a lovely turn. Nothing dangerous about the area, they've won the free kick in, but a free kick nonetheless.
Looking long. Header one. Conway will get it back. Trying to take it past. Conway will try and win back against Karachi. Committing a foul. I think has to be careful. Won't be far for a yellow card, I'd imagine. Quite a few fouls so far by Tyrese Conway.
Yeah, it has been recurrent and it has been niggly, but nothing major yet. But yeah, I mean, we imagine the referee would have a word with him before he issued him with the card. And I haven't seen that happen yet, but yeah, it's certainly persistent.
Kilo. Buko. To Lynch. That pass just slightly wayward though, losing the ball. And DeJanto still trying to win it. And that one booted forward.
One for Conway to chase. He's quick too, isn't he, Luke?
And a foul there. And once again, Tyrese Conway.
And there he's having the word. So this is what we mentioned just before. He's probably going to give him a little warning. And that warning is any more of them, and I'm going to put your name into the book. It's Reese with a C, he'll ask him. Yeah, that's his warning. I think the next one he commits, he'll be into the book.
Losing the ball there. It's a decent ball inwards, but Harper's timing his run really, really well. Booted it forward, headed away by Kilo. Falls to Welsh. Blackwood. Poor pass will be pounced upon by Kabidi. He'll now burst forward into the box. Might look to take it himself, looking for the near post. And hits it, in fact. Birkalla, though, regaining possession. They'll look to get forward now. Battling for it, Zach Becker. Matsumoto now. And I think Birkalla will look to just settle it down after that.
What a strike. What a strike. That post is still rattling, Seth. It's a great run through, wasn't it? I mean, the angle wasn't all that favourable for him as he made his way down to the byline, but
same thing for Yuki Kitano, though, with his goal, though.
That's true, yeah. Actually, same spot, you're right.
Dorigo couldn't get the pass off. Morris. Harpers. Not long left till the half. Ball through for Kabidi. Manages to make his way through. Could this be a second for Adelaide City? Saved by Harpers. Out for a corner.
Harpers has had a bit to do this half, hasn't he? Maybe a little bit more than John Hall. John Hall's had a little bit in terms of defending set pieces, but in open play, West Torrens Birkalla have been free-flowing when they've got up there.
Sit up, sit up. Go so long.
Nicholas Book over the corner kick. 2 hands up in the air. Seb, I'm not sure what that means. We'll find out in a minute.
Booker.
It means it's short.
Opting short. Booker still with it, though. Karachia keeps the ball, looks for a strike for himself. Over the bar. Nearing additional time now, which will be at the referee's discretion.
We have had stoppages for those 2 goals, yep, plus an injury to Adam McCornow. So there may be a couple of minutes.
High boot there, clearly by Alan Welsh, a free kick.
Alan Welsh is such a big lad, though, isn't he, that as soon as he raises his leg, it's a high foot.
It just happened to me when I played at a younger level. I was quite tall for my age and always got called for high foot when I was just trying to touch the ball. Here's Kitano, though, trying to just stop the ball and fool the defender. Put long, looking for Blackwood, battling against Kilo. Unable to win out. This win starting to pick up ever so slightly as we enter additional time. Ball giveaway. Back on the attack, and it's a foul there as well. It'll be a booking too. Dorigo looking for the long-range effort, and I think perhaps lucky they did also win a free kick as well.
I missed actually who was booked there. Was it Lynch?
Karachia, I think. Yeah.
All right, okay, yeah. So yellow card for Karachi. Free kick, they're a good long way out, right enough here, but
why not?
Why not?
Not long until the half-time break.
That's it.
I want to see it.
There's a little bit of wind out there too. Behind them, I mean.
Yeah. Into the 2nd minute of additional time. City opting for a two-man wall. Won't go direct this time around. Ball delivered into the box. Just floats past everyone in this case. The ball put across the line. Birkalla throw. Throw in one. Third minute now. And the sprinklers come on. I don't think... I mean, they're not on the pitch at least, so I don't know how that's occurred, but...
No, it's the crowd.
If I was Curtis Wordsworth, I'd call half-time here. I am Curtis Wordsworth. Half-time.
Who knew it?
Half-time. 1-1 between Adelaide City and West Torrens Birkalla. Rather abruptly, thanks to the sprinklers, David.
Well, yeah, I mean, there probably wasn't much more to play anyway. Look, great first half. Entertaining football. West Torrens Birkalla, I think they're playing a 4-2-3-1 there with Zach Becker and Alan Welsh sitting back in the 6th position. And in the meantime, in Adelaide City side, Nicholas Bucco and Patrick Karachi are doing the same sort of thing, sitting deep. And those two combinations for both sides doing really well to build up from deep and press forward. This game could go either way. I think there's a few more goals in this one, and it's been a brilliant first half. I think it's the best first half of football I've watched this season. There you go. I've said it.
Big claim.
Big
claim.
I think so, yeah. It's just been a great first half. I've really enjoyed it.
Well, certainly a massive second half to come. Do not go anywhere after this halftime break. Halftime score: Adelaide City 1, West Torrens Birkalla 1.
Our platinum major sponsor, Dennis Ware. Our gold major sponsor, Regency Timber, Water, Birkalla Torrens. Our silver sponsors, Villaware, Bar Solar, and Retailing.
We all play the same game. The battlefield may look different, but between those painted lines, the feeling each of us get alongside our tribe. Let the moment sink in, then let it rip. The runs out wide, last-ditch efforts and clean sheets. The tap-in or rocket to the top bins. The eruption of the 12th player that sends shivers down your spine. It's in the way we celebrate, because football is everyone's game. Play football.
Labasso, a nice run forward, only him and Bartuli, and just couldn't quite get there. Wins the corner though, but Bartuli. Kusasa sends it into the area, and it's Vaughan. Leaps in and tips it over the crossbar, and if he did not, that was going to rock that net.
Those lines to Torrens. He then turn, cuts it to Voigt. Voigt with the touch inside, hits it, and that's a great save from Delingus.
Goes to Konstantinopoulos, one-on-one with Lazeka. Crispin Konstantinopoulos with a shot. Late tackle maybe, but great save there from Barbaro. One final chance for the Blue Eagles. It's a good ball in. It's got a flick. It's got a second one, but that's an unbelievable save from Sebastian Matosevic. We said Oscar Moore's man of the match, but he's kept 2 goals out that were clearly going in the back of the net.
He's made some unbelievable.
Headed away only to Metro Stars though. Edge of the box here, Visser. Now Gow with a little flick. Visser back in the box, and then the finish by Hamish Gow to get them 1-0 up early on.
What a goal.
Oh wow! Oh my God! That was insane! What a way to equalise!
Ryan Murati, only as far as Mullen. Mullen hits it with the outside line. Can you believe it? Mullen with a second outside of the right boot. Lions going to take it, and he does. And he picks his spot, and he finishes with a bomb. And that's his hat-trick, and the 8th goal for Playford to make it 8.
Costelli, beaten to it by Caden, now finds Anthony Costa, top of the box, goes with his left foot. Anthony Costa gets a second. He's got a brace in the first half, and he's taken Adelaide Croatia into a 2-0 lead at half time, David.
That's a beautiful finish. Just picked his slot out perfectly there, but gosh, Neograd have just left themselves exposed there.
On the back of the announcement of the celebration of football, Football SA will be investing $50,000 into a coach education fund. $35,000 will be invested into community coach education, 19 courses at club venues and over 500 community coaches. Working closely with clubs to develop and upskill coaches will strengthen the grassroots community, which will obviously benefit the football community as a whole.
It can only be beneficial because most of the clubs, most of the coaches start off just as parents coaching their kids' teams, and they're learning on the job as much as the kids. So this would be perfect because not only would the kids be getting coached, the coaches will be getting coached.
As a club, we struggle to attract good coaches, and having this sort of funding coming our way will actually allow us to sort of offer more boys and girls out there to actually coach at the club. Everything comes at a cost these days, and this award presented to our club here again will allow our average parents, supporters, players to the opportunity to come out and actually to take on coaching and to be part of it. They've got a passion about this sport and a passion about this club. They'll be able to come here now, get trained up, and actually take on a team and just move forward with us here.
The remaining $15,000 will be invested into a joint initiative with Football SA, Adelaide United and PSV, where selected coaches and technical directors from South Australia will be given the professional development opportunity to go to PSV in October 2025.
Once you get the bug for the coaching, you love it, and you love seeing the kids improve, especially the connection to your club. You want to see the kids come through at your club, and it's just a win-win for everyone.
Something here, plays out to Panagakos, and it's Panagakos! What an absolute cracker. Alicia Panagakos kicks off the season for Adelaide University.
And I mean, if Alicia keeps the play rolling instead of it turning around,
Has a shot, gone in, Tom and Bonner, and just as we were talking about just a minute ago, has had a very good last 20 minutes just come into the game. Hopefully this is 1-0 up.
Through to Yamada. Good turn. Needs to find an option. Might even look to go for herself. Nini Yamada! Makes it 3-2 for West Adelaide. 20 minutes left.
Such a quality player to have in this competition. Long shot there by Notridge. It's gone in! Well, it was just a speculative effort by Notridge. And it looked like Elliott never picked it up, and Comets have taken the lead.
Coles Mini Roos is more than just football. It is a place to find our feet, learn new skills, and meet new friends. A place to start small and feel 10 feet tall. To have fun and laugh. To build confidence from the ground up. A place to belong. Football starts here. Find your place. Join our team.
We all play the same game. The pitch may change, but the stakes are the same. The ball we desire, the moves we admire. Because football is everyone's game. Play football.
Ghana United like home football.
It's always been our goal to move into State League.
Here it's a very family culture. There's a sense of oneness between the Resis, 18s, seniors. Everyone just feels like brothers.
You know, it's like how they say, you train the way you play, but actually when you rock up game days, we actually play like our heart is the last thing that's left, you know what I mean?
I'm loving it. Really good culture, really good environment. It's going great so far in the pre-season.
Our culture, you know, we open the door, every culture comes to mix to us.
Ghana United will be a club that can play football, simple football, a good football, that we will be in the next couple of years moving to the NPL.
Very thrilled, very excited.
Expect to see some rainbow flicks. That's what makes us Ghana FC, man.
To make its way through to Nicola despite the deflection. Here's Hazelwood, who does well to control the ball with the head. Hazelwood storming into the area, tries the shot, great save. And that should give Elliott a bit more confidence. He's done really, really well there. That ball was travelling.
Here's Hood. Just needs to finish. Gets it past Murphy. Needs to have some sort of hit. And Murphy manages to backpedal and make the stop.
Coles Mini Roos is more than just football. It is a place to find our feet, learn new skills, and meet new friends. Football starts here. Find your place. Join our team.
Adelaide Atletico is being built on 6 pillars. It's about respect, about community, fairness, development, technology.
Atletico is become a family, a big family.
This club's got a lot of opportunity to grow. There's a lot of potential here with all the players and the boys, and it's just like a very good place to be at.
We want to be competitive. We want to drive and develop our culture. We've gone out and we've got a few experienced players. I mean, I've gone and got a very good goalkeeper. We've got a really talented Argentinian guy and a couple of older players.
We're a good quality of boys. All the boys are already in a few weeks, are getting really close.
We want to make sure that everybody that plays at this club feels that they're getting the benefit of our coaching group.
We literally do what we preach, which is let's just play.
Puts in the penalty and wins the grand final for Campbelltown City.
Welcome back to Adelaide City Park. Second half of Adelaide City versus West Torrens Birkalla. 1-1 at the halftime break here in Oakton. Johnny Dorigo and Yuki Kitano getting on the score sheet. George Blackwood to get us back underway for this second half. Birkalla going from left to right, Adelaide City from right to left to continue on what has been a frenetic game so far, David Grant.
Absolutely, it was 100 miles an hour. It didn't really stop, did it? And it was really, I reckon it's the best first half of football I've seen this season.
You did make that claim,
and
I also said I'm Curtis Wordsworth, so
that's right.
We all make big claims here.
I would too.
Weston, Kitano looking for an option. Unable to keep it too close. Matsumoto trying to turn in there. We don't think there's been any half-time substitutions. There was one in the first half. Colin Morris came on for Adam Lecornu, but other than that, nothing too unchanged. And you also seem to have figured out the formations now, David.
Yeah, I have. West Torrens Birkalla playing a 4-2-3-1, I believe, with Zach Becker and Alan Welsh in those holding 6 positions. And Blackwood playing up as a lone striker. They're not sticking with it, but that's how they've been looking through the most of that first half. Adelaide City similar with 3 or 4 at the back, depending on whether they're in possession or not, and then 2 holding 6s in Bucco and Karachia, who've just combined, I think, tremendously well through that first half for Adelaide City.
Bucco happy to have a conversation with Curtis Wordsworth,
as well as the Birkalla bench. That's the great thing about Nicholas Bucco. He's happy to advise everyone, isn't he?
Oh, great. A lovely ball through for Kitano. Laurie Latanzio back out wide to Kitano. Perhaps would rather be in the box. Bucco might look to take it himself. Just caught. Bucco again, just trying to touch it on and cleared forward by Matsumoto. Blackwood trying to win against Kilo. Just finds himself in front of him instead. Paul looking long. Header 1. And Argento looks wide. Conway is their top goal scorer, of course, with that hat-trick against Para Hills coming off the bench in the second half over at Feel Good Physio Co Stadium in the first round. Here's Zach Becker. Will have to beat. Does so fairly. Looks to square it. Intercepted well by Fergus Lynch. He opts to clear forward to Bucco.
Yeah, Lynch read it well, got himself into the right spot there and made the interception, the block if you like. And there he is, tidying up again, plays it back to his goalkeeper, John Hall.
Nicholas Bucco. Kitano gets the touch off, looks wide. Kabidi has the overlapping run from Francese. No foul there. Good battle though. Can't keep it, Birkalla. Now regaining. Good bit of play there. Cut out though. Birkalla's turn. Blackwood looking wide. And a bit of pushing and shoving.
Yeah, I think it's Daniel Bressan and maybe Patrick Karachia there of Adelaide City getting into a wee entanglement with I think it's Rhys Georgievich, and both booked. Georgievich and Daniel Bressan both receiving a yellow card there.
We'll restart play with a free kick. 5 minutes into the half, David, and it's pretty much resumed as it was, really.
Absolutely, yeah. They went in, had a cup of tea, and came back out 100 miles an hour again. So I don't think we can pick this one. What did we say at the start? 3-0?
Wouldn't it rather be coffee? Doesn't coffee normally like teas normally like to put you to sleep? No.
Does it?
Well, I guess it depends on the type of.
I suppose both have a diuretic effect, though, don't they?
Which is, I'd imagine, not too beneficial for. I never thought I'd hear that word in commentary, by the way. Adelaide City look to get forward. Laurie Latanzio putting it through for Oliver Weston. Has 2 to beat. Takes it past 1 in Alan Welsh. Has Matsumoto also. For Weston getting himself really high up the pitch in the nosebleeds, in fact. Keeps it, though. Kitano trying to look to cut it back. And Argento. That one put forward for George Blackwood. Header one by Karachia. Matsumoto. The ball just not really falling right to win the header cleanly. Bit of pushing. And, yeah, saw arms flailing there as well. Free kick.
Now the team able to bring the ball down onto the deck and play it on the ground there. Eventually the free kick won by West Torrens Birkalla. Matsumoto to take it.
Last time these two sides met, back in round 19 of the 2022 season at Jack Smith Park. A 2-0 win for Adelaide City that day. Majok in the 9th minute and Nicholas Bucco around about this period. 2-0 win for City that day. Only 2 remain from that Birkalla squad from that day. As the ball comes in, headed towards goal, but captured easily. 2 remain from the Birkalla squad that day. And 5 from Adelaide City, still playing here today. Still with the club.
That would have been the year that West Torrens Birkalla went down, right?
I reckon. Well, if it was the last meeting, I'd imagine so, yeah.
True.
I didn't mean that in I didn't mean that in that way, but we have fun.
We do.
Birkalla, Conway now. Just being hassled, winning a foul as well. Free kick for Birkalla. You wouldn't envision shooting range, but is possible. Has been done, especially here.
Take a decent effort to beat John Hall from there, wouldn't it, though?
Big figure in goal. Never actually really noticed it before until he's standing in there right now, how tall he actually is. He can reach the crossbar. Opting to go short. Ball comes in, flicked on. Conway getting the header, just bouncing about for the time being. Touchdown. Dorigo. And that one going out for a corner.
And the wind has absolutely died down, hasn't it?
Yeah, I love that. Good for us.
Yeah, but I was just thinking that as they went to take the free kick. There had been a fair bit of wind out through that first half, but it seems to have died down now. Corner on the far side, Christopoulos with it.
Ball comes in, delivered central. Oh, it's bouncing. Just needed a Birkalla player to get on the end of that one. Just poke it past the goal line. Decent effort from Becker, trying to make his way through. Passing it off. Unable to get it past. Still falls. Welsh puts it wide. Dorigo. Turning once, going wide. Onside, despite claims. Header from Blackwood. He's gone wide. A perfect opportunity, though.
It was a good opportunity, an unchallenged header as well, but maybe he wasn't expecting it to get to him. And in the end, he didn't quite get the body right, and he's headed it wide.
George Blackwood, those are sort of his balls you'd expect. That you've seen him finish for the likes of Adelaide United before. Good ball from City forward. Laurie Latanzio claimed easily enough by Nicholas Harpers.
A nice first touch from Laurie Latanzio, wasn't it? Just a bit heavy. And Harpers collected.
Slight push there. No foul though. Bucco. Game perhaps slowing down for once.
Yeah, it has. Just the last couple of minutes, the pace has come out of it finally, but it's taken us to the 55th minute for that to happen.
Which does make sense. You know, these players can't, I guess, play at this pace forever, especially, you know, you don't expect it at this level.
No, but, I mean, they're fit enough, right? But
fitter than us, definitely.
But generally, the first 5-10 minutes is just very, very quick, very, very frantic. And then it's the game will settle into its rhythm. That just hasn't happened with this game throughout that first 45 minutes. It was just 100 miles an hour. And even the opening 10 minutes of this half until this sort of point, very quick.
I could still very much envision a 3-3 draw as you predicted though, David.
Definitely more goals in it, absolutely. I'd be absolutely shocked if there wasn't.
To be fair, I think you've said that twice now, so I also wouldn't be surprised if we end up with nothing at all more for this whole second half.
I'll keep my mouth shut then.
Ball forward, looking for Becker. Has to battle against Oliver Weston. Plays it. And Argento tries to just slip a ball through. City win back possession. Laurie Latanzio plays it forward for Yuki Gitano to try and beat Reese Jojovic in a foot race. And Jojovic wins out. Much to the pleasure of the Birkalla bench.
Yes, a very enthusiastic applause, wasn't it?
That one heading for the stand here at Adelaide City. Weston, quick throw. Lynch has John Hall and takes that option. Happy to draw in George Blackwood, playing it to Bucco. Not one of his better balls, Nicholas Bucco, though. Ball over the top. Headed and timed brilliantly by Fergus Lynch there on the ball. Staying firm with Adelaide City.
Bucco's having a good game, isn't he? Tidying up there, leading from the front. Shouting the orders. He's had a good game. Still sitting very deep though, isn't he? He's just in front of the defenders there, alongside Karachia. Dorigo and Blackwood up front there for West Torrens, pressing, drawn forward and pressing.
Catano taking himself wide. City though, still with it. Kabidi cuts it back, needs the hit. Just getting his body in the way there. City keep with it. Bucco trying to make his way through. Again, just pinballing about. Karachia getting a toe to it was Alan Welsh. City though still have it in possession. Lynch. Another. These sloppy balls won't help them.
No, they won't. Lewis Kylo was the player who's guilty of it, and you could hear that Bucco's frustration at it. This Torrens Birkalla have it the far side. Jonathan Dorigo. Matsumoto down the line, looking for Blackwood.
Should be taken care of easily enough by Fergus Lynch. Put back forward to Kabini. Ball over the top for Catano. He's offside though. Matsumoto. Ball looks wide. Trying to play it into a tight area though. Kitano, good ball. Putting it forward. He's onside. Oh, he's not actually.
Must have been tight. Yeah. And a real threat there as Adelaide City came through in numbers. The offside was enough to save Birkalla. No complaint though really from Adelaide City, so maybe it wasn't as close as we were thinking.
Both sides have options on the bench. Matt Dorber possibly to come on as well. Charlie Dever as well was one of those players who was in the squad last time these sides both faced each other back in 2022. But for Adelaide City, now with West Torrens Birkalla, another option off the bench. The others remaining from that day: Isaac Martini, Daniel Bressan, Nicholas Bucco, Juan Gutierrez and Matthew Dorber, the players remaining. For Birkalla, just Nicholas Harpas and Reese Jurjevic.
Right, okay. And that's 2022. That's 3 years.
3 years.
3 years.
How much can change in football in what is a reasonably short period of time?
Yeah, it's only, yeah. I mean, that's the modern game though, isn't it? Players move a lot more quickly and freely and readily than they did in the past.
Matsumoto looking forward, poor ball. And just looking at some other players from that day as well. James Polly featuring for West Torrens Birkalla. Who else is there? Aladni Rabona for Adelaide City. Matt Halliday for Adelaide City. Bradley Corbo for Adelaide City. Dakota Oxenham for Adelaide City. A certain Austin Ayubi for West Torrens Birkalla as well.
Who?
Of course, scoring on the weekend for Adelaide United. Back in the starting lineup for them against MacArthur, unable to get the 3 points in what was an utterly ridiculous game. As we see West Torrens Birkalla win a corner.
Yeah, that was some game, wasn't it? And good to see Austin Ayubi, on the score sheet, even though they didn't get the result that they wanted.
They pretty much played a full 90 minutes of football in about the first half an hour. It was quite ridiculous. Corner for Birkalla. This one will perhaps be looked to be whipped in. Is so looking at the back post, headed only further on. Gets a throw in. Birkalla. Ball comes in, headed on, captured by John Hall. Update over at Ellis Park. Comets versus Croydon, 0-0 with 15 minutes left. But a red card for Croydon. Trying to find out when that was. It was actually just about 40 seconds after half time. So, a fast start to that one, like there was in this one, but a bit more angrily, I think, over there.
Looks like it might have been retaliation for a challenge as we continue on here at Adelaide City Football Club with a cross into the middle.
Headed away. Alan Welsh is there. Advantage is played by Curtis Wordsworth. Adelaide City attack, 3 against 3. Although numbers flooding forward for both. Kabidi takes himself wide. The Birkalla bench asking questions about whether or not that was a foul.
Hard to tell, really. It was very fast and a little bit far away from me, but
He's wearing your glasses, so at least seemed a little bit closer than normal.
There's Bucco. Where's he going? Byline.
He's gone wide. Couldn't get the cross in. Was intercepted, taken out for a throw. Red card over at Croydon going to Bol Mapor. Adelaide City look to be making a change. It will be Matthew Dorber to come on in place of Luis Laurie Latanzio. Laurie Latanzio, good to see him back in the starting lineup. Perhaps hasn't had the impact that he might have wanted tonight. Hasn't been quiet by any means, but just probably hasn't had the impact you want from a winger like that.
I would agree with you 100%. Yeah, he hasn't been out of the game, but he hasn't had an influential part to play in it really. And interesting substitution, I guess. Striker on for an attacking midfielder, really, isn't it? Stauber going right up front. There he is, there with the ball.
Pushed off the ball there. Advantage played until players stop for a free kick. When again, questions asked.
Back underway. Here's Matthew Dauber.
Oliver Weston. Back to Fergus Lynch. Out wide with Dauber. Good ball in there. Weston finding himself much higher up the pitch than normal. Bucco. Nice little bit of play here. Chipped over the ball. And it looks like Birkalla will also be summoning some substitutes of themselves.
Good little bit of combination play again between Karachia and Bucco. For City, didn't quite come off.
Dauber looking to turn, but just was not clean enough at all. Matsumoto to Conway. Perhaps finds himself a little bit stuck. Matsumoto.
Oh,
lovely
wonderful.
bit of ingenuity there. And Birkalla keeping the ball very strongly. Still with it now. Conway getting in front of Dorigo. Dorigo again, looking for the ball wide. Lovely football here from Burks. Nathan Anderjanto with the touch, taking himself wide. Can keep it in play though. Still with Birkalla. Cross comes in. Touchdown. And finally, City are able to take care of it and mount a counter-attack of themselves. Dauber only has Yuki Kitano in front of him. Plays it wide, needs to reach it. Kabidi does so. Has one to take on, then another. Has the strike himself. And it's gone over. Rather inadvertently, I think.
Came off Matthew Dauber in the end, but I don't think Matthew Dauber knew much about it as it pops up over the bar and has gone out for a goal kick. But what a wonderful interplay down here between Matsumoto and Conway, eh? Just down in the byline, that little interplay, and away they came. Super.
Looks like Ryan Yates will be one of those substitutes to come on for Birkalla. As Harpus goes long. Nearing the 70th minute mark. Just over 20 minutes left. Offside. Risky pass there, played by Oliver Weston. Johnny Dorigo nearly able to get on the end of it. getting forward. Cross comes in, into the area. Not a bad touch. Brisson trying to take it past. Sliding in to keep it for his side, but just a goal kick instead. Substitutes now for Berks. Charlie Devereaux and Ryan Yates. Devereaux playing against his former side.
Yep, of course, yeah.
Ryan Yates, another one of those to have come over from Adelaide Comets to West Torrens Birkalla.
To be replaced by number 21, Forrest Uskov, and number 10, Charlie Devereaux. Number 6, Ryan Yates.
A little bit of confusion there in the stand as to substitutes, but all clear.
At least we got it right.
Well, you. I was...
Laid in on George Blackwood there, in a bit of pain as well. Catano. George Blackwood still just trying to get up to his feet. The ball's pretty much right at him. Only now returning to his feet and now just trying to find a way to restart play. Wordsworth just checking on the condition of George Blackwood. Looks to be okay enough to resume.
Great refereeing again. I've got to commend him there. He's just got the situation right under control. Said, how can I give anything if I haven't seen it? And it's a valid point.
And normally you do find little moments like that do tend to turn into quick scuffles or pull of the shirts quickly, so it's good to see.
Yeah, no, Wordsworth was straight onto that, quelled it all, took control of the situation, and yeah, no, very good.
Late Bond in there, and he's seen that one. He won't let it be played quickly, though. Again, just having to issue another talking to calm down the players, and also, not just that, a booking, in fact. Franchese going into the book. Here's Yates. Found himself wide, putting a ball into the box. Touched on by Alan Welsh. Despite complaints, but I think he has got that one right.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think the ball...
And Nicholas Booker's just done the VAR side as well. Adelaide City resume with the goal kick. Ball on that far side going out of play. Birkalla throw.
Pace of the game's just died off a little bit, hasn't it, over the last 15 minutes or so?
Yeah, it's because you said there's going to be another goal.
I know. It's because I said it was going to 3-0.
More than once, in fact.
I know.
You ruined it, David.
Put a curse on it. I won't do that again.
Do you not? I reckon there's going to be no goals at all.
We'll reminisce on the 5-all draw that we've just seen.
No, don't say that. You ruin it. Adelaide City get forward. Brisson. Just tries to pass it to his side. Ball comes into the box, headed away. Still there for City, though. Able to stretch for it. Here's Bucco. You imagine that's the kind of range he'd look to try and try for himself. Catano twisting and turning, playing a ball upwards into the box. And out of play for a goal kick.
And a player down in the box there after all that action. Could have gone anywhere, that final shot, couldn't it? But it's gone out. It's a goal kick.
Momentary stoppage in play as we hit just past 10 p.m. here in Adelaide on a Monday night.
It's a late one.
I'm sure some have shorter drives home than others.
Yeah, I've got a fair way to go, and I need my beauty sleep more than you do.
Is that a compliment to me?
That is a compliment to you.
Okay,
yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
You don't need beauty sleep either, because you are perfect the way you are, David.
Well, trust me, I need it.
Just still receiving treatment.
Have we got a scores update from the comments? They must be.
Well, yeah, the score update is that it's still 0-0.
But they must be just about finished over there at Ellis Park.
3 minutes left. 0-0. So we got the good one. We got some goals at least tonight.
We certainly had a fantastic first half. And the first sort of 15, 20 minutes
of the second.
Yeah, was just as good.
But again, I think like I said, you know, most of these players, I think most players in general probably can't keep up that pace for a full 90.
No, that was full on, I must say.
Birkalla, though, trying to get themselves in front. Doesn't look like another 3-3 draw for them as of yet. Here's Dorba. Has Matsumoto covering him. Dorba having Bressan as the close option to pass. Dorba instead looking for Bucco. Goes first time. Karachia getting it forward. Pass intercepted. Karachia!
Oh, what a stop. Oh, save of the week, that one.
The shot almost coming unexpectedly due to the pressure that Paddy Karachia was under.
That was some stop by Harpaso in the goal, wasn't it? One-handed, far to his right, reflex, just enough to block it, take the pace out of it and see it out for a corner.
And just quickly, my curse worked. Adelaide Comets now 1-0 up in the 89th minute probably, I'm guessing. Of course, against the 10-men Croydon side. Big result for them if they can hold this, and hopefully one of these sides will claim all 3 points this final 10 or so minutes. Corner comes to nothing. Yellow card given out. I'm not sure why.
Or even to who.
Or even to who.
I mean, he was running towards Lewis Kylo as he held it up, but I don't think Kylo's the recipient.
Might get confirmation in a minute. We see play resume from the goal kick. Looks like it was Lewis Kylo.
Yep. And young Lewis Kylo is eligible to play for Scotland if he chooses, and I'll tell you about that in a minute.
As Adelaide City get forward, managing to stay on his feet, winning the free kick though. A yellow card as well.
It's good refereeing by Wordsworth again. He let the play flow, play the advantage, and when it became apparent that it wasn't going to be, he's pulled them back for the free kick and a booking. But yes, young Lewis Kylo's father is from Thurso, way up in the north of Scotland.
From where?
Thurso.
Oh, okay. I didn't get that in your accent initially.
Had the pleasure of meeting them last year at the Adelaide City Adelaide United game at Mount Barker, at the Summit Ground at Mount Barker.
Decent free kick position here, as I'm still getting some updates from Comets versus Croydon. Trying to see who scored the goal, but we'll resume back here with it's actually a penalty, by the way, for Adelaide Comets, really late on. I think it was Ladnirabona. And that game looks to have also finished as well. So 3 points for Adelaide Comets there over Ellis Park. Here, free kick for Nicholas Bucco. Looks to go direct, deflected off the wall out for a corner. Looks decent enough though.
Wasn't a bad free kick. It was, you can tell actually that it was, I reckon it was probably goal bound, or at least
I reckon.
Yeah, on target. And the wall did its job. It goes out to the corner.
Sit up.
Final 10 minutes. No goals as of yet in the second half. Ball crossed in. A near post header. Flicked goalwards. Captured by Harpers. Ball over the top. Bit too much for any Birkalla players to get on the end of, and John Hall will take it into stride. Bucco, happy to play tight. Hall. His pass intercepted. Lewis Kilo. Bressan. Ball to Weston. A strong challenge in there. Substitution. Peter Acott comes on for Binyam Kabidi for this final just less than 10 minutes. One out of play. I did get a notification telling me that the game was finished over Adelaide Comets, but it also says that Comets are now 2-0 up, so I'm not quite sure what is going on over there. Let me have a quick check properly. Okay, the game hasn't ended, and Comets have scored a second in the 94th minute. And they will definitely look to have 3 points.
Late drama. Is that
I think it's Ladnirabona with a second.
former Adelaide City player, of course.
Was in the squad the last time these two sides play as well. Weston, the wind starting to pick up ever so slightly. Dorber. His cross blocked by Alan Welsh. Cross comes in, looking for the back post. The header! It's in! Oh, it's off the post!
It was in. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. The post was back out. Caetano, I think, with the header at the end there. Final knock onto the post. And it came back out. Very unlucky.
A great cross and a brilliant little flicked-on header. Just not central enough, I guess, from the post. Another cross coming in. Headed away. Bucco getting on the end of it. Gets past one. Then another. Might look to take it on himself! Everyone here thought it was in. Even we thought it was in, I think, David. The curl it had on it.
It was curling. It was curling beautifully, wasn't it? From this angle, it looked like it was going to curl in, and there's about 300 or 400 people next to us who thought that as well. But
the whole Adelaide City bench I saw rose, and I think they believed it was in.
He did so well to find the space there too, didn't he? As Birkalla looked to make another substitution.
Abdul Balamba. for Tyrese Conway.
Substitution to West Torrens Birkalla, coming off number 26, Tyrese Conway.
I don't know what is going on between Adelaide Comets and Croydon right now. I think there's been another red card for Daniel Margush for a second yellow.
The goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Here they come down the left-hand side now. Birkalla on the far side.
Can they try and snatch a winner? Ball comes in. Not collected by John Hall. Balumba trying to be a nuisance up front. And just confirming over at Croydon, they do have 2 players sent off. Daniel Margush, red card for a second yellow.
This is the game. We don't want people leaving this one.
No. I think that game's done by now.
Yeah.
There's still plenty more left to play. 5 minutes left here.
Stay with us, folks. There's nothing to see at Ellis Park as Curtis Wordsworth goes up to have a chat with a couple of players in the tussle.
Here's a corner for Burks. Bit of pushing and shoving. Cross comes in at the back post, needs the header. Just wide and over. What an intriguing final few minutes we have here at City Park. Game still very much in the balance. And according to you, David, still more goals to come, plural.
Still think this is going to end up 3-3. Here's Matthew Dauber.
Managed to turn against Matsumoto, puts a decent cross in, cleared away. Weston. Dauber, putting a ball in low, cleared away. Although only out for a corner, perhaps not the connection he preferred to have had.
Here comes that corner now.
Ball comes in, headed away. Throw in for City. Final 3 minutes until additional. And looks like City will make a substitute.
Young Luca Ullman. He's come on, but he wasn't aware that the player, I think it's Caetano, that's come off from the far side. They weren't sure that he'd come off, but he has actually come off the park, and he's making his way around behind the goal. And it's a throw in now for City, long throw into the middle.
And again, coming to nothing. Yuki Kitano has had a decent game. Of course, got on the score sheet as well early on.
Yes, he has, yeah. He's been very impressive. First time I've seen him, obviously, since he's moved over here from Marconi. But yeah, impressive game from him. Look forward to seeing more of him through the year.
Still got a few minutes left, but who would you say has been your player of the match so far? As maybe we'll hold that thought and let you think about it as Balumba looks to try and make his way forward, putting a ball into the box, but too central to John Hall. Dave.
I think for Adelaide City, the combination of Karachia and Nicholas Bucco have been particularly impressive.
That's 2 players, David.
Have I got to pick? Well, I can only pick one.
It's player of the match.
Okay, in that case, I'll give it to Jonathan DeVigo. You didn't see that coming.
Blindsided me.
Yeah, you didn't see that coming, did you?
He has been very active, I think is the right word to use. Very active on the score sheet as well.
Yeah, he has. I mean, I know you're saying I can only pick one, but, you know, as I flick through the names here, Jonathan DeVigo, I think, has played well. Blackwood's been prominent. Zach Becker's done well. Alan Welsh, of course, but you wouldn't expect anything less from him. Tyrese Conway.
Here comes City, putting a ball into the box. Could this be the finisher? Needs the hit. At the back post, the header!
I'll just change
Once
that.
again.
I'll just change that and say Nicholas Harpus has been the best. Honestly, I forgot all about him. He's been brilliant this game, hasn't he? He had that save in the first half. He had that palm in the second half.
Yeah, true.
Do you know what? I'm going to say Nicholas Harpus. He's just won me over. But he has had a great game, the goalkeeper.
Cross comes in. Headed goalwards, needs the hit! Balumba makes his way through 2. Ball forward. Right idea. Here's a cot. Has some options forward, although a little bit stretched for options. Birkalla back in possession. Need to move quickly. And Argento going wide with that pass to Devro. His cross coming in, taken care of by Bucco. Into additional time, the first minute in fact. And it looks like we could be heading for a 1-1 draw. David.
Sorry.
Bit ambitious there. Ball through. Blackwood is onside, but will be taken care of. Into the second minute of additional time now. Lynch. There's something that's occurred in back play that's at least I haven't spotted. Bucco, central. Brisson. Bucco back with it. A caught screen for the ball. Here's Bucco. Just seeing what he could do to try and threaten Nicholas Harpus. Nothing too much, though. Not long left.
At the referee's discretion now, really, isn't it? We haven't really had that many stops in the second half. We had a lot of substitutions, obviously, but that's about it.
Do you think either side would see this result as positive for them, or do you think they'd both see it as 2 points or 3 points lost?
I think both of them will look at it as points lost. I think at this stage of the season where they're trying to assert themselves, teams come into these games, they're looking for wins. They're not looking to come away or be happy with anything less like a draw. So I think both sides will look at this as an opportunity lost. It's been a great game to watch, though, I must say, that first half especially. Second half, you know, the pace kind of came out of it for most of the second half, but it's picked up now.
Poor ball. Plays it directly. Into the third minute now. Kept in play. We still go here at Adelaide City Park. It's put long. Playing it back to John Hall. Going first time, needs to be touched down right. And couldn't be done so by Luca Ullman. And not really in a hurry to get back underway.
No. Which kind of suggests that Birkalla might be happy with the draw.
And discussions occurring. Weston with the throw. Can't be that long now. Looking for it forward. Karachia. Could this be a last opportunity for City? Akot, the substitute, with the strike. Deflected, cleared. Now Blackwood. Adelaide City Park rather quiet at the moment. Balumba with a touchdown and the good ball to Matsumoto. Has to go against one. Matsumoto puts a cross in. A bit too much on it initially. A foul and full time.
Yeah,
ends rather timidly.
And you can see from the body language that both benches are looking at that as an opportunity lost. I think they probably felt that they could have got something out of this, but yeah, nothing each. A 1-1 draw, points shared.
I
and
mean,
I think
it'd feel like nothing each, to be honest. I think it's probably what you were trying to go for.
Yeah, maybe. But I think both sides will probably be looking at that as the stats have come up there to show that Adelaide City 21
shots. I mean, 8 on target, but still, like, that's quite a few.
Yeah, that's well, that highlights, I suppose, the fact that Nicholas Harpus has had such a good game and goal for West Torrens Birkalla. Probably best on ground for me with his saves there through the first half and the second half.
Your, I guess, final thoughts, all in all, for both of these sides? They both looked all right. Again, just perhaps lacked that quality tonight in that final third.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I felt that both the goalkeepers did well and in that final third, and actually Adelaide City possibly maybe a bit unlucky, or if you look at it the other way, you can say that we're up against a goalkeeper who was in form, and Nicholas Harpus, who's kept them out. So in that final third, for me, I think Adelaide City actually did okay. They just came up against an absolute wall in Nicholas Harpus. Yeah, probably a fair result. The draw, did you say?
I think it's hard. It's hard to figure out because both the sides probably could have won. I think that's probably the hard bit. Both of them probably could have scored a goal or two.
It's one of the most entertaining.
Maybe if I had to say one, maybe Adelaide City, perhaps. But they were kept in it. They were kept out of it by Harpus.
Yeah.
It's probably
Harpus
where
is
I go.
Goalkeeper of the week. Goalkeeper of the decade.
Wow. Well, on that bombshell, we will head off. Thank you for joining us. I've been Seb O'Neill, not Curtis Wordsworth, as I declared at the end of the first half. You've been David Grant. Lovely to have you alongside me again for tonight.
I've been David Grant, and I intend to be David Grant for a lot longer than...
As you should. We wouldn't want you any other way. Full time here at Adelaide City Park. Final score, Adelaide City 1, West Torrens Birkalla
1.